Number 5 is Himura Kenshin. I'm
Yay!
entirely sure he belongs this high on the list, but I'm glad to see him on the list regardless.
I know a lot of people
And
that
above
love
Naruto, at least. Above Edward Elric, though. Is that warranted?
Well, IGN already lost all credibility by putting Naruto over Ed, so...
I know a lot of people that love Himura Kenshin. Wait, wasn't there was also another one called Samurai X? Isn't it the same
Samurai
character?
X is
Same-
a prequel.
Prequel. Yeah.
And that was also really
Yeah,
good, but it was significantly darker than this series.
Well, yeah, the thing about the thing about Rurouni Kenshin, I have a lot of nostalgia for the series because it was, you know, the first Toonami show I ever watched. And I
It
think
was
even
the
before
first
Dragon
Toonami
Ball
show
Z.
that actually tried to be overly serious about things at times.
Yeah, you know, I thought when I came back to it, I thought it would be okay, but not that great. But I watched it over again, and the first series was kind of okay, but not that great. The second season, on the other hand, still blows me away.
Oh, the Edo arc.
Yes.
I remember the first episode my roommate introduced me to was when he took out enemies in a circus while balancing on a ball and defeating
That was
gotta
probably the
love the
last.
anime
That was probably
filler.
the last season.
Gotta love the anime filler that has nothing to do with anything. But yeah, that was the first season.
Yeah, that was. I can't recall.
Yeah, it was toward the end of the first season before I think the pirate arc something.
Yeah, I can just remember that at the end of the show, it kind of jumped the shark.
The third season, well, they made the third season before the manga was actually finished, so they went off on their own tangent. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd put Kenshin up here.
And as far as the series goes, I think it stops being that great after season 2, which feels like enough of a conclusion to be self-contained anyway. Okay, we have ourselves at number 4 a Cowboy Bebop character who I don't know. So take it away, guys.
He's the main character.
I haven't watched the series. You know what? The character that I see most often associated with Cowboy Bebop is, you know, the hot chick who wears barely any clothing.
Faye.
I wonder why that is. Whatever her name is, yes.
Faye.
sex appeal.
You know what? I would scratch off Spike Spiegel and just put the entire Cowboy Bebop cast.
Why the hell is Speed Racer here? I'm sorry, getting a bit ahead of us, but why is he here and why is he above Cowboy Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist, and Rurouni Kenshin?
Because
he's really popular and he talks really fast and the dubbing was really bad. Aww.
Yeah, I like the Robot Chicken sketch too.
Okay.
This is almost blatant pander to the crowd because you couldn't get away without putting Speed on here, but he's for 1960s.
He's often credited for bringing the anime mainstream in the 60s. And for
1967, I'll give it.
Yeah, I'd be a little less embarrassed to be an anime fan if Speed Racer didn't have such a big place in its history.
All I can remember is watching it at like 6 in the morning before like Scooby-Doo came on weekdays.
I didn't even like it when it first came on.
I think the generation is way past its prime, but you know,
it's historically significant. Yeah. So I think that's why he's on here.
Every adult I know at age 40 or above loves Speed Racer.
It's my mom's favorite kids TV show when she was a kid.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going for. I don't know anyone my age or younger that likes Speed Racer.
I believe TV Guide even put the episode where Racer X reveals that he's Speed's brother in like top 100 best TV episodes of all time or something. I was like, what?
Wow.
Maybe because it's a cliche at this point, but
yeah, it's a cliche at this point. Maybe that was something new and exciting.
I still remember the Dexter's Lab episode that does nothing but spoof this show.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember that complete Speed Racer spoof. All right, seeing as we completely skipped over Spike, we might as well just go over to number 2.
Astro Boy. I'm actually slightly embarrassed that I haven't seen this yet, but at least I can recognize it.
I like Astro Boy, even though he's rather primitive.
Isn't there a movie for Astro Boy coming out?
It just came out, and I've heard very meh.
Meh.
Oh, it looked interesting enough, but
it's one of those. It's one of
trailer
those
on trailer failure. So yeah.
It's one of those movies where they really should have just come up with their own idea instead of borrowing something else.
Okay.
Again, Tetsuan Adam, or Astro Boy as we know him, is probably only on here just for his historical significance.
What the hell? Why is Goku at number 1?
God damn it, you jumped
Why is Goku at number 1? He's not that great.
Yes, he's historically significant, and yes, he did bring about every trope of the Shonen Jump hero, but he's not the best character ever.
Alright, I'm not sure whether or not I'm willing to defend Goku's position.
I can see him being
put him
on
in
the list. I can't see him being...
I'd put him in the top 15, but...
I do believe... Alright, I will say that I do... Out of all the animes I've watched, out of all the whole series I've watched, all the movies and bullshit, yada yada yada, I still find Goku to be the most enjoyable. Because he's the only character who doesn't have any like major personality changes throughout the entire series. He stays exactly the same.
So, 0 character progression is...
No, he has character, it just never changes.
I
He's
said
the innocent
no
person.
character progression, not no character.
Well, I don't know what it is. Like, no matter... Alright, just put it this way. When I watched Dragon Ball Z as a kid, I will always get really excited to see who Goku was going to fight next. Not anybody else. Well, maybe Gohan when he was a teenager.
Or Vegeta every once in a while.
Yeah. But I will always get excited to see who Goku's going to fight because
you know it's going to be spectacular.
Yeah, it's going to be spectacular. And I just personally, his I'm going to talk about Gaytard for him. His innocence, his little to no intelligence about like modern things. It's great. I don't know. I don't know. If I was someone to get in an argument with me, I wouldn't defend his position. Again, I'm not sure if he belongs number 1, but I can definitely see why he'd be up this high.
I would put him in the top 5 or 10 because yes, he is very, very significant in the medium in general.
Not only that, but I also love his complete optimism. Something I
think there are better, fuller characters than Goku, because, as you stated, and Solaris have stated, there's just not a whole lot of character progression after Z starts.
Especially after Z starts.
It's like, yes, there's quite a bit of progression in Dragon Ball, but when Z hits, he kind of stays the same, and while it is very enjoyable to watch him, he doesn't really grow that much.
Yeah,
in fact, it seems like he's repeating the same story arc 3 times in a row.
Well, that's not him to blame. Blame the director.
Blame Akira Toriyama.
No, blame Shonen Jump, because they're the ones that wanted the series to go longer.
Blame Chrono Trigger, Dragon Quest, and Blue Dragon. Next. Oh wait, there is no
damn it! It's all linked together.
By the way, did you notice that Chrono looks like Super Saiyan 4?
Chrono looks kind of, sort of. Yeah, I guess if you if you disembodied his head and stuck it like in the middle of nothing but blackness, you could have sworn it was like, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, or at least Super Saiyan 4 Trunks or something.
No, I would say Chrono is Trunks on a day in the barbershop when he decided to try a new hairstyle with his mouth full of food.
Yeah.
I would say this list is not a best characters, but a top 25 most popular, with a few sprinkled in that some people wouldn't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of anime out there, and that definitely shows because I had no idea who most of these characters were.
Same here. Oh, that's all, ladies and gentlemen.
What do you guys think? Leave comments in the comment box.
Yes, please leave comments. We need more comments.
And donate your money to Brain Scratch Crom's PO.
Totally not begging for attention.
000.
Remember, subscribe and rate 5 stars.
Yes. If any of you rate 3 stars, I'm gonna fucking stab you.
4 stars.
Rate 5 stars for Goku. Rate 5 stars for Goku.
Do it for Goku.
Save him from, you know, Hollywood.
Can't save him anymore.
I think the video's over now.
Is it? Well, now it is.
Yeah.
Now they mentioned it.